Manuscript, a bookstore with magical powers, and a world where anything is possible. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all fine, and like always, I also hope that you guys are reading. Back with the book of the week that absolutely blew my mind, and I can't stop gushing over it. It's The Lost Bookshop. It's by Evie Woods. Now, this is the first time I'm reading a book by this author. It's a beautiful paperback. It's got this bookshelf with gold embossing. Anyway, so the book is about, The Lost Bookshop is about self-discovery, but it is also about hidden bookish treasures. Now, this book spans in two timelines. So one is the present day where the story is taking place, and the author also takes us back in 1921 in Dublin. So the story takes us from London to Paris to finally to Dublin. And what I love is that how the author Evie Woods, what she's done is she's taken the harsh realities of the world and she's added a touch of the warmth of the magic, I would say, and has given us a world which is so enchanting and where anything is possible, and it will definitely keep all the book lovers and the readers hooked. Now let's talk about our plot and our three main characters. The first character is Opaline. She's someone from the past timeline, so in 1921 in Dublin. She is a person who has passion for books. That passion was instilled by her father. She comes from a wealthy family, but she has a cold and wicked brother. Now, the brother wants her married to a man she doesn't approve of, but Opaline loves her freedom too much and she wants to go out, see the world and work, basically. That's when she runs away from her family and she comes to Paris. Now, after she comes to Paris, she finds employment with Shakespeare and Company bookstore, but she's also forced to run away from there, and finally she lands in Dublin, where she is given an opportunity to run a bookstore, which is situated in a building with a very interesting past. Now, here is where I'm excited to tell you, but I want you to read it. Just like it blew my mind, you have to experience it yourself. But however, her happiness comes to an end, or I would say her life takes a tragic turn when her brother finds out about her location, where she is. So yeah, that's about Opaline. And the second character is in the present day, Martha. Now, Martha is someone who is suffering from an abusive marriage. However, she finally takes a stand and escapes her abusive husband and takes a ride to Dublin. That's where she, in order to survive, she takes a job as a housemaid to a lady, which I would say she's very mysterious with really odd habits. But she's also someone who cares about Martha deep down, which we eventually find out as we read the book. The last main character is a guy. He is charming. His name is Henry. He is a PhD student. His passion lies in discovering things which are old and rare and forgotten in the history. And he had come across, this is where it gets interesting, he had come across a letter written by Opaline back in the days, which mentions about a lost manuscript and a lost bookshop. Now, what makes it interesting is that this lost manuscript belongs to Emily Bronte, the famous author and poet. So Emily was writing her second book, and I think the manuscript was half written and it was never published. And according to the letter, the manuscript exists. And there's also this mention of a bookstore with magical bars. Now, Henry has decided that he needs to find this letter and the bookstore, especially the especially the manuscript, because the manuscript, if he finds the manuscript, it would mean a huge thing for his career. So not only it would bring him fame, success and money, and he needs this in life. So he has to find it. The interesting thing is that as per the letter, the location of the bookstore, or where the bookstore actually exists or should exist, is next to where Martha is working as a housemaid. So now, obviously, Henry and Martha shares this initial attraction, but the twist is that, or the complication is that Henry is already in a relationship and Martha is still married to her abusive husband. Now, as the story unfolds, we see that Henry and Martha are united together. To find how that happens, it's an interesting bit again, so I will leave that. They basically get on this journey to find the lost manuscript and the bookshop, and as they do that, they realize, or I would say they go on this self-discovery path, and they realize about their own destiny or what lies in store for them. But they also realize a very important thing, that they're not really a side characters. They used to always think that they're the side characters in their life, but they actually realize that their their story is actually very extraordinary, just like the stories they read about in the book. And we also come to know that Henry, Opaline, and Martha, they share a connection. There's an invisible thread that's kind of binding these three lives. Again, a fact that blew my mind. You have to read it. And the common connection is also this magical bookstore. So this is what is the plot of the book. I can't stop recommending this book. It's absolutely amazing. As you can see, the happiness and excitement on my face. If you're suffering from reading slump, this is a book that will get you out of it. It will keep you hooked. It's a book that I wanted to finish because I wanted to know what's happening in the end. But it is also a book that I didn't want it to finish because I wanted it to go, because it was just so enchanting and I absolutely loved. You also, the author has also spoken about some of the traumas, some of the hardships that women used to go in back in the old days, and how the library scene looked like. So as a reader, as someone who loves books, that is something that will be very interesting for you. So all in all, I would say it is a very enchanting, magical, really wonderful read that I want you guys to pick up. If you have read this book, let me know in the comments. How did you find it? I'm sure we share the same feelings. But if you have not, I hope my review has convinced you to pick this book up. And just like it blew my mind, I hope you share the same feeling with me. Okay, I'm going to see you guys next week with another title. Till then, you take care and please keep reading. Bye-bye.